Okay guys, just a quick update for Bitcoin. I'll give you some price targets to pay attention to. Notice we got rejected at 68,955. I did a live stream this morning, 5 hours ago. I'll put a link up in the stream now if you want to check it out. Listen to what I said. I have the H1 chart where you're at resistance. If you want a chance to short, I'm listening guys. If you want a chance to short, this is where you do it right now. 68,870. You can see we're already coming down from this point. We've got... Well, so basically I was saying, look, we were at resistance on the H1 chart, we were at resistance on the G1 chart, and I was expecting markets to come down, which meant that would be a likely point to put in a short. And I was also trying to show you guys, if the markets are pushing up, Bitcoin will push up. Markets down, Bitcoin will come down. And I said, look, before market close, we got about a little less than 30 minutes before market close, but you can see, I'll show you in just a minute, but the Dow Jones, S&P both be coming down. But let me give you some price targets real quick, guys. If you do want to access these charts, the website's optimalcrypto.com. Link will be pinned in the first comment in the description. All these charts play out live. Just click the link, they load up. But look, if we drop, your next support to watch to catch a balance is 65,727. If we push up, next point to put in a short would be right up here at 67,720. Your next support below that to catch a nice bounce would be right here at 63,404. I'll give you the next one, guys. It's going to be very strong support down here. Keep in mind, this will be support as well. We respect these yellow lines. This is where I called a point to put in a short right here. We dropped all the way down to this yellow line, pushed up. This is the next point to short. The same thing happened here. We hit this yellow line, rejected. When we hit this line here, we did get a slight rejection. We held support. And notice this next yellow line, this is where we got rejected. So it's possible we can start moving down this point to either break to the upside or the downside. But again, all of your support resistance levels are already mapped out. But these are your support resistance levels to pay attention to currently. If you want to go back, watch previous videos, your next strongest support below, if this gets really nasty, will be right down here to catch a nice bounce. So this is the same. This is the G1 chart. We got rejection at this blue line. Go watch previous videos. I talked about this. The Dow Jones, guys, so you can see we had some downside. I'm expecting more downside. As you all heard, Evergrande defaulted. This is probably part of the reason why we're having a lot of downside. Again, I expect this to continue much further down. And as I mentioned, if you've been following along with what I'm talking about, I said this red ring, when we cross this, something was going to happen. This is going to be the catalyst, some black swan event. I think Evergrande is what happened. And this is zoomed out version, guys. If you've been following me, this is when I was telling you, or back before COVID, that we potentially would have a crash. Let me cross this red ring. We did have a crash. I'm telling you that this red ring, this was the next black swan event that was going to happen, and I believe it is only going to be coming down from here. People are saying, where's your crash? Well, I think the crash just started. If you notice, the DXY just put in a new high. It's continuing to push up. Why is the DXY pushing up? The US dollar is pushing up because people are jumping out of stocks. Smart money is jumping out of stocks into the US dollar. That's why the US dollar is pushing up. Your next resistance is 95.35. You can see the VIX. Talked about the VIX as well. Every time we cross one of these blue rings, we get a spike. This blue ring in particular lines up with my red ring and some other charts that I covered. And notice the VIX is pushing up. That is bearish for markets. So this could continue to push up as markets come down. You see the S&P is already down. Notice we did find support. I think we're going to ride right down this yellow ring. Support. I think we're just going to keep riding down. We'll have to see how this plays out. As you can see currently, it looks like we're holding support right now. If this breaks, we're coming down much lower. Right here at 44,640. So pay attention to that. Your next strongest support will be this line right here. And then I have all of your support levels mapped out for the S&P, for the Dow, the NASDAQ. I have a bunch of these under stocks. Tesla. So if you go back and watch that live stream from earlier today, if you'll notice, I actually said, look, guys, we're coming up to support. We've got double support. This would be a point to put in a long. We came right down. We pushed up. Notice right here, as soon as we crossed this line, Tesla came down. So it pushed up as resistance, support. As soon as we broke it, we came down, and that was a drop of, that was a 20% drop, and you could have bought in here during that live stream. But guys, again, like I said, I think we have a lot more downside. Not that Bitcoin is bearish or should be bearish. My point is, the reason I expect us to have a lot more downside is because I believe the stock market has a lot more downside. And because of what's going on with Evergrande, supply issues, inflation, I think this is the start of what's to come. But guys, remember, if you want to access these charts, the website's optimalcrypto.com. Link will be pinned in the first comment description. For $49 a month, you get access to Bitcoins, altcoins, precious metals, Discord, and Twitter. Stocks is separate, and tutorials teach you my method of charting that I came up with and how to create these charts for yourself. Guys, that's it. It's the next video. Trade safe, trade smart. I'm out.